INFJ, which is an acronym for Introverted, Intuitive, Feeling, and Judging, is one of the 16 personality types of the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, or MBTI. Also referred to as the advocate, counselor, or idealist, people with this personality type tend to feel misunderstood. This is probably because they're one of the rarest personality types on the MBTI scale and are believed to make up only 1 to 3% of the population in the United States, according to the Center for Applications of Psychological Types. Here are some quick questions that can help you determine whether you have an INFJ personality type. 10. What do your personal relationships look like? INFJs are soft-spoken, empathetic, and have a strong sense of emotional understanding and intuition. This makes them kind and compassionate. While INFJs may be empathetic, they value deep, authentic relationships with their peers. Since they're thoughtful and compassionate, advocates pour a massive amount of energy into their relationships. They enjoy meaningful conversations much more than small talk and communicate with others in a demeanor that comes off as warm and sensitive. Even if idealists don't always feel appreciated, they tend to act with thoughtfulness and care, and when others don't recognize their good intentions, they may feel frustrated. Sometimes, even constructive criticism may feel incredibly hurtful to this personality type. However, their compassionate nature doesn't imply that they're pushovers. INFJs hold on to their beliefs and can act decisively to get what they desire. A few close, genuine relationships can fill their hearts to the brim. 9. What are your career plans? Advocates tend to do well in careers where they can freely express their creativity. Since these personality types have deep-seated values and convictions, they do exceptionally well in jobs that respect and support these principles. They do well at jobs that require them to blend their creativity with a desire to make a meaningful impact on the world. Since INFJs are inclined toward being high achievers, they excel in both academics and the workplace. They may have a certain impulse to be a perfectionist and tend to pour in lots of effort and hard work into every project they take up. Their coworkers may perceive them as positive, hardworking, and easy to get along with. However, since they're introverted by nature, they may feel an urge to retreat at times for a refreshing recharge. INFJs in managerial roles may struggle to exert authority as they lead with sensitivity. Nevertheless, they're good at helping their peers and subordinates feel like they're appreciated in the workplace. Jobs that require strict adherence to rules and require you to follow a great deal of routine seem unappealing to INFJs, as it represses their creative side. Therefore, advocates were well-suited for careers like artists, actors, writers, entrepreneurs, photographers, counselors, and psychologists, among others. 8. Do you seek purpose in everything? Since INFJ personality type is quite rare, people in this category tend to sense that they're different from most people. Because of their rich inner lives and an innate desire to find their purpose in life, they don't always fit in easily with other people. However, this doesn't mean that INFJs don't enjoy close relationships or social acceptance. It only means that they sometimes feel at odds with the world because they feel misunderstood. Thankfully, the sense of purpose doesn't interfere with their commitment to making the world a better place. Even if they're troubled by injustice, they care more about others than personal gain. They like to use their strengths like creativity, sensitivity, and imagination to spread compassion and uplift those around them. Idealists see helping others as their mission in life, and they always find an opportunity to speak up for what's right and stand up for others. Those with this personality type also envision fixing the deeper problems on a societal scale in the hope to promote fairness and equality. Sometimes, however, they may focus so intently on their mission that they may forget to engage in self-care, eventually leading to burnout and stress. 7. Do you have a personal mission? If you're an INFJ, you may feel that your life has a unique purpose or a specific mission that you were put on Earth to fulfill. For you, seeking out this personal mission may be one of the most rewarding aspects of your life, and once you find it, you'll strive to bring it to fruition. These personality types are not deterred by inequity or unfairness. Instead, they consult their compassion and intuition to find a solution to these problems. With their ability to balance logic with emotion, they're hardwired to right the wrongs in the world, regardless of their size. However, since INFJs are prone to burning out, it's important they remember to take care of themselves every once in a while. 6. Are you reluctant to open up? INFJs value authenticity and honesty above all else, but they're also private. This means that they may find it difficult to open up to people and be vulnerable about their struggles, as they might not want to burden others with their issues. Unfortunately, when they don't seek help, they inadvertently hold themselves back from their mission and create to increase the distance in their personal relationships. 5. Are you a perfectionist? The INFJ personality type is defined by idealism, and while this may be a desirable character trait in many ways, it doesn't create space for the ups and downs and general messiness of life. If you're an INFJ, you may find it hard to appreciate your living situation, relationships, or job if you continually focus on imperfections. You may also find yourself always looking out for better things, which may make you unhappy. Similarly, INFJs dream of achieving extraordinary things in life. However, they find it hard to achieve this without breaking it into smaller, manageable steps. This means that without translating their dreams into perfect little to-do lists or everyday routines, INFJs may struggle to turn their extraordinary visions into reality. Number 4. What is your parenting style? INFJs who are parents have a characteristic parenting style as well. They raise their children to be independent adults who have a sense of what's good. INFJ's parents take all responsibility seriously and reflect deeply on how they can shape their kids' experiences and lives in positive ways. They're extremely devoted to their role as a parent and form a strong, connected bond with their children. They find joy and fulfillment in the nuances of raising children, and they leverage their strengths including compassion, creativity, and devotion to making the most out of parenthood. Not only do they actively strive to create a nurturing and loving atmosphere for their kids, but do whatever it takes to better their children's lives. They understand their children's emotional states as well, and although they may be firm disciplinarians, they create a loving, deep connection with their kids. 3. Do you make friends easily? INFJs almost never settle for superficial, shallow friendships, so they aren't satisfied with casual interactions with colleagues or classmates. Also, they need time to process and evaluate the person before they're ready to open up. As an INFJ personality type, you tend to crave meaningful friendships that allow you to chase your dreams, open up your soul, and feel accepted for who you are. You would rather prefer just 1 or 2 confidants instead of a big circle of people whom you feel awkward around. While advocates may come off as reserved to everyone else, to their close friends, they're the life of the party. They can talk about anything and everything, passions, beliefs, and interests. They find it liberating to let their guard down around their close friends and just be themselves. 2. Are you introverted and struggle to say no? The MBTI suggests that each personality type has 4 different cognitive functions that define them and form a hierarchy. The order of these functions, namely thinking, feeling, sensing, and intuition, help determine a person's personality. The dominant function in INFJs is an extroverted intuition. This means that they're highly focused on internal insights, and once they form an intuition about something, they stick to it strongly. It's also why people may view them as stubborn or unyielding. For INFJs, the auxiliary function is an extroverted feeling, due to which they're always highly aware of what others may be feeling, but may be less aware of their own emotions. They also struggle to say no to other people's requests as they're afraid of disappointing or hurting people. 1. How do you make decisions? When it comes to tertiary cognitive functions, INFJs have introverted thinking. They rely on their introverted intuition as well as extroverted feeling while making decisions, especially if they're around other people. However, in stressful situations, an advocate may rely on their emotions, especially if it pleases others, instead of relying on their intuition. As for their inferior cognitive function, INFJs have extroverted sensing, and this has a considerable impact on their personality. It helps them pay attention to the world around them and stay aware of everything happening. It also helps them live in the present instead of worrying about what the future may hold. This aspect of their personality also helps them appreciate physical activities like dancing or hiking. Do you think you have an INFJ personality? If yes, which point resonated with you the most? Comment below. As always, like and share this video and subscribe to our channel for more updates on psychology.